Isolating poi is hard, but as it turns out, there's a lot of ways that you can spin the poi that look like isolations, but don't require you to do all the hard work. Drex here from DrexFactor.com, bringing the love of flow and poi spinning into your life. And today, we're going to go through a combo that involves 3 different tricks that make it look like you're isolating without actually having to isolate. Before we dive in, of course, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Flow Toys, Pyroterra Light Toys, LMF Props, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these awesome companies and the work that they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links that I've got down in the description of this video. So isolations are really hard and they take a long time to learn, but over the course of many years, I've been kind of filing away a number of poi tricks that I've encountered that have these moments that look like they're isolating, but aren't actually isolating. And what's really cool about that is because all these different tricks share these moments, that means that they can also be used as transition points to move between them, like, say, in a combo. To get down this combo, you're going to need the following tricks under your belt. Number 1, wall plane flowers, as well as linear isolations. Also, you're going to want to be able to do pendulum versus cat-eye. And finally, I'm also going to have you check out my tutorial on plane breaking because I stuck just a little flourish in there at the end. You can find a playlist of tutorials that I've done on all these different tricks down in the description, as well as up in the cards if you're watching this on YouTube. I'm going to show you the combo at full speed, then take you through it step by step, and finally show it to you again in slow motion. So first things first, our wall plane flowers. As noted in a previous video, one of the problems that we run into when we're doing split time same direction with any kind of flower in wall plane is that we run into these spots where our arms run into each other. The only way around that is either to do it in wheel plane like this or to come up with creative ways of escaping this kind of spot right here. One of those ways is actually to just treat the thing as a cap and take it around an extension one way and anti-spin the other way. Another solution, of course, is rather than doing the extension, we do an isolation in the middle, which is also a good solution to this, but not the one we're going to do right now because it does actually require that you know how to do an isolation in order to get back around, yeah? The solution we're going to use today is this. Basically, my hands are going to come around, and when they reach top and bottom, they're going to slice past each other to return to their top-bottom places that they originally started in. So basically think that each hand is going to go around in a C and then cut across. Each hand is going to go around in a C and cut across. When you cut across, you are adding a little pedal, or if you want to think of it this way, linear isolation. And that is what gives you that lovely little isolated moment in the middle. And bonus, you don't have to know how to do isolations in order to make that moment pop. Now, of course, this does give us the option to be able to transition into linear isolations from here. Now, it's going to be tempting to say, like, just go straight up and down with it because your hands are already kind of moving in that direction. I think it's actually a better idea to do this in such a way that you pop your hands out to the side. Why? Because it breaks up the look of the previous trick, the wall plane flower. Basically, it makes it really obvious that you're switching into a completely different trick at that point, whereas it may take a half a second longer for your audience to realize that you've switched up the trick otherwise. So of course, when doing these linear isolations, we're kind of thinking up, down, out to the side, up, down, out to the side. Now, the point where we want to transition into our next trick, the pendulum versus cat-eye, is going to come when my right hand is on top, and I'll show you why. Basically, as I'm doing linear isolations here, do you see how I'm always keeping my left hand slightly in front? This is one of those things that's really helpful when dealing with anything in split time same direction and wall plane, because it makes sure that you keep your planes distinct enough that they are not running into each other and causing you tangles, right? Here's the one problem though. If you look at how I do my pendulum versus cat-eye, I'm keeping my right hand in front instead of my left. I reckon I could do it the other way, but it feels very awkward, and I always feel as though my right hand poi is about to run into my left wrist. So I kind of prefer to keep the right hand in front, right? So how do we switch back and forth between the two? Well, for me, I look for that moment when my right hand is on top, right there, when I can basically treat it almost like a thread the needle and bring my right hand forward in front of my left hand. Let me show you that from the side. From the linear isolations right here, when the right hand goes up, I cross it in front, and that is my transition point. And I just have to drop the two poi together into this pendulum versus cat-eye place from there. Once again, from right hand up here, the next time I will make the switch. And really what it is I'm just killing a bunch of the momentum in my left hand poi. All right, so we're almost done. And for our final transition in this trick, it's gonna be a quick little series of movements here. But basically, I am trying to look at that moment where the two poi feel isolated in the middle, right here. And I'm gonna treat it almost like a float, because what I really want to kind of emphasize here is this moment here where the poi are horizontal and the poi heads are even with each hand. Because if I treat that as kind of a float, boom, I can then turn it into a plane break. And specifically, I'm kind of thinking of it as being a plane break around behind my shoulders. And then from there, I'm going to raise my left arm and drop my right arm and come around to finish it off in a spiral wrap, yeah? So again, I'm doing that cat-eye once, twice. Third time I come up, I go around and get into a spiral wrap, yeah? Cool, so let's watch all that again for just 1 second. So we start off with our wall plane flower once, twice, 3 times, and then I switch it, boom, into my linear isolations once, twice, 3 times, and on the last time I go cat-eye versus pendulum once, twice, 3 times, I come around, boom, into the spiral wrap, yeah? All right, let's watch that again in slow-mo. Cool, so I hope you enjoyed this little exploration of isolation-like moves and how you can use the fact that they all have that isolation-like moment in the middle to transition back and forth between them. Kind of funny how that works, right? Anyway, I would love it if you would shoot your own version of this particular combo and post it to Instagram. Use the hashtag DrexFactorPoi so I can go check it out. I'll make a copy of your video and I will post it to my Instagram stories so my followers can see all of your hard work. If you like this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and of course, hit that notification bell. This helps my channel grow and for new people to find these resources. Plus which, it makes sure that you always see my new videos when they get uploaded. And before I set y'all loose, I just want to put out a quick thank you to my wonderful supporters on Patreon. They're the reason that this video and all the videos on my channel exist. If you would like to sign up to become a supporter of the work that I do, please head on over to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi. You'll get access to a host of awesome exclusive content, including early access to all of the videos that I get posted on YouTube and everything, plus access to polls where you can help me determine what topics I tackle in the future. Thanks so much in advance. Peace.